So we're back again. Welcome to Poke Design. So I've been hinting at this episode for quite some time. I've been super excited to dive into this. I have been coming up with ideas. You guys saw some of the iterations of work that I already did. I posted on Twitter. If you didn't, it's on the screen right now. But without further ado, let's dive into what I'm calling BluTrade. So the premise of this, I guess, app design is focused on the idea of trade in Pokemon Go from a very material as in design material slash social element. And as I began to get into the design and into the ideas behind why I was creating this BluTrade, I decided to kind of separate it from Pokemon Go because I realized that perhaps we have too high an expectation for Pokemon Go, so wouldn't it make sense to have a companion app that would essentially go with it? So yeah, this is BluTrade. So welcome to BluTrading, or I guess that's its short form. Bluetooth trading is what BluTrade stands for. And you can see right here I've got the screen on the side right there. And so basically the idea behind this is to give people a way to be able to trade Pokemon, exactly like how it said. So Niantic in the past have mentioned the idea of, or at least hinted towards, I was led to believe that trading would happen in Pokestops. It would happen at Pokestops, and the way I thought it would work is almost like an auction house. So trainers could go to that Pokestop, access it, and list the trade that they are willing to do. So let's dive into it. So on the first screen right here, see the loading screen. You're going to swipe to the left, you're greeted by an instruction which basically tells you what to do next. So it says let's start, tap next or swipe left to see all your trade hubs in your current locale. So basically how I would imagine is you would have some kind of map interface. So here it is the map interface right here of an area. No, this is not where I live, this is just somewhere in the US. The whole point of this is you'd have a map, and the icon right there in the middle of the screen would basically scan the entire area for all the nearest Pokestops, or according to OpenStreetMap, anywhere that is a landmark or a park or some kind of monument, which more or less are usually Pokestops. Sometimes they're gyms and a Pokestop. I've seen that kind of thing before. So basically you would be able to find the nearest stop to you, especially for people who are in rural areas who don't have the opportunity otherwise to access a Pokestop. This kind of feature would be great because it would literally tell you, okay, there's a Pokestop 20 miles away or a Pokestop 5 miles away. That's basically how that would work. Next screen, so you tap obviously the location screen, greeted with a pop-up message that says, would you like to search your area, your locale for the nearest Pokestops with active trades taking place. And I thought that was a cool thing to give people a prompt to actually want to search the area. I guess that would make more sense if there was a secondary option for the map that you were scanning, but I thought that it would make a lot of sense to have some kind of pop-up message. So on the next screen we have what I call the trade inbox, and most of you would have seen me tweet a version of this which I did earlier this week. But like I mentioned, right there at the top you can see trainer tips right there, looking to trade Celebi. And I did that as kind of a joke because would trainer tips really trade Celebi considering he's a fan of it? Probably not, which is why there's question marks, but it's there anyway. And you can see example listings of different people wanting to trade different things. So you can see Betsy Boop wanting to trade Snorlax, CP 2000, May looking to trade Kyogre, Lelia looking to trade Pikachu, Milotic by Mustache Guy, because I thought, some people have different usernames or acronyms in Pokemon Go, so it would make sense to have names that fit you know, whatever alter ego they're trying to be in Pokemon Go. So that's how that would work. So those are all the examples of all the different types of trade inboxes. So the idea is that you would click on trainer tips, and right here on this screen you can see you're greeted with a pop-up. So there's trainer tips logo. Yes, I stole your face. So basically it's like maybe like a player card, and it tells you the name, their status, if they're active or inactive, because they might have initiated a trade and gone away, but you as somebody else who comes to that trade hub or Pokestop, you access that you get access to the inbox with the list of all the active trades that are in there pending, and you can obviously initiate a trade. So the idea behind having the inbox is basically you would get a notification somewhere else saying that somebody wants to trade with you, and you can obviously go ahead and accept it. Now, I'm no tech guru, a tech enthusiast for sure, and in design and web design, but I'm sure that Niantic would have some sort of API that would allow third-party apps, just like we've had in the past, to access the Pokemon within your storage and essentially initiate that trade. So yeah, that's going to be it for BluTrade. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you are excited. If you have any questions about some of the designs that you've seen me do, definitely leave your comment down in the section below. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, because there's new videos like this every single week. But for now, that's going to be it. So I pray that you've had a good day and that this video has encouraged you and at least put a smile on your face, and maybe you've just enjoyed this video for entertainment value. That is also cool. But I pray that you are blessed in everything that you are doing, whether you're at work, you're at school, or you're at home. Stay blessed. God bless.